Welcome to the Tip TV Health Show. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Dr. Charlie Easmon. He has got more letters after his name than in his name. Dr. Charlie from Harley. Right, let's talk head injury from sports or from an internal bleed. Now, head injuries, particularly in American football, I see that they're talking about a lot of court cases. I saw England-Wales, the Welsh captain went off, but he put his thumb up as if to say to his family, I'm okay. How serious is it?
Well, very serious. There's a film doing the rounds with Will Smith called Concussion, and it's all about a doctor who took on the American sports industry to make them realise that these guys were suffering significant whacks on the head. As you know, there are some killjoys who currently want to stop young people playing rugby.
Right.
I'm not a fan of that. But the point that everyone is trying to make is that if you constantly impact a small soft organ, which is the brain, in a hard case against something else, you are doing damage to it.
Right.
So over time, that has consequences. It affects concentration, it affects ability to do things. Now, one of the other interesting questions is, can it cause things like Parkinson's disease? Now, Muhammad Ali is due over, I believe, to open the exhibition of Ali memorabilia. Now, he has a form of Parkinson's. Whether that's related to his boxing or not, I don't know.
Okay. So in terms of young people playing sports, head guards?
Yeah, I think there is some logic to that. And, you know, others will say, oh, you know, we didn't have it in my day, but there's a lot of things you didn't have in my day. And I do believe there are some head guards that also have a form of monitor which can tell you the level of impact. Now, in boxing, if I knock you down, we'll ask you to count to 10 and can you see how many fingers I've got? We need more sophisticated ways of analysing whether that kid should or shouldn't go back on the pitch.
Right. Now, in terms of an internal head bleed, is this basically taking a knock and then something is going on?
Yeah, unfortunately, some people are born with an abnormal structure within their brain. There's a thing we call a baryaneurysm. Now, that's a ticking time bomb. You just don't know when it's going to go off, so it can occur at a very young age. Recently, I dealt with a young teacher. Unfortunately, she had a bleed in her brain while she was giving a lecture, totally unexpected.
So just totally out of the blue?
Absolutely. But the consequences for her have been very severe. She hasn't been able to concentrate. Her mood has changed. It's quite a serious impact.
Right. So in terms of a head bleed, is there anything you can do again to preempt this, or is it just in the hands of the gods?
Unfortunately, with the head bleed, I'd say most of it is in the hands of the gods. Obviously, we talked about blood pressure in another programme. Make sure you at least know your blood pressure is not too high.
And we keep coming back to this blood pressure. Is that the key thing that I should be doing?
I think the key thing is knowing your numbers. So the numbers you should know is your blood pressure number, your cholesterol number, and your pulse rate number. Those are the
they're the big three?
They're the big three.
Okay. And almost you should have them tattooed from what you're saying onto your arm. And hopefully they don't change too much.
You know, with Apple Watches and other wearables, it's pretty much there.
Simple.
You know, it's